Hey, and welcome to today's Clutter Corner. I'm super excited to have you guys join me today. I'm Angela Brown from the Clutter Corner, and today I have a special guest with me, Kathy McEwan. And she is a certified professional organizer, and she's the previous owner of a multi six figure home organizing company. She has a podcast called Organize for Success. So I'm really excited that you guys are joining me here today. Please help me welcome Kathy McEwen. So, Kathy, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me on.
So, let's talk about some of the rooms in the house that people are going to keep because I see a lot of people that are downsizing, but they still are keeping like the home office, for example. How do we stay organized if we're still moving some of those big rooms with us that are like the home office to a smaller house?
Well, you have no choice but to let some things go. You just won't have the storage. So when you're doing your office, you'd be surprised at how many paper clips you might have or
Mhm.
how many notepads you have or journals. So some of that stuff can go. Like you don't necessarily need to be. You really have to limit what you bring. When the house is smaller, unfortunately, you may have to shop more often because you don't have the space. So it really just depends on what you have. But I just recently downsized. And I had 3 offices in my last house because of some of my staff used to stay in since COVID started, I got rid of my, office that was out of the home and made it in the home, and I had to let go of a lot of things, and it was tough. It was tough sometimes letting things go, but I had to.
And
My
it's weird that
office,
you
my
say that.
bedroom, everything. I downsized as my kitchen. I had kitchen appliances because I love kitchen appliances, but I had to let some go that I just weren't using as often.
There are a couple things you just triggered when you said the home office and then also the kitchen appliances, because I thought I had so many kitchen appliances until I actually pulled them all out one day and I put them all on top of the countertop. And I realized I had like twice or three times as many as I thought I did. And even weirder than that, I had two crock pots that were identical and they were in different parts of the kitchen. And so I thought I only had one. And that when I was using it, I was like putting it in different places. Oh, but I know where it is. I didn't know I had two. And I had 2 sets of the same things that I thought I only had 1. So it is an interesting exercise. But during COVID, I also moved everybody into my house. And so I've got like 8 employees that are working out of the house right now as we speak. What I did was I took rooms of the house that I wasn't using. I think a lot of people have rooms in their house that are like a formal living room or a formal dining room or like these weird empty rooms in their house that I don't know, homes used to just come with extra rooms, I think. And then we filled them up. So I said, if this was an office, what do I got to get rid of? And so then renovating that one room so that it would just be wall to wall tables and chairs for the employees that came in that were working there out of the house. And so with a little bit of renovation and permission, like you mentioned this a minute ago, when we hit the 50s and our lives change and we downsize, you may not be downsizing, but your lifestyle may have changed. And if your lifestyle changed, can you guys give yourselves permission to say that part of my life was awesome and it's over? And now I'm letting go of that stuff. Here's an example. I've been a swimmer for years. And so that meant I always had like my own kickboard and my own paddles and pull buoys and all my own gear and all that stuff. But I belong to a gym that has all that stuff. And so if they already have all that stuff, why do I have all my own? I know it's not a huge amount of stuff. Why do I have all that stuff if I'm only ever going to use the stuff that's at the gym? I'm using theirs.
Yeah.
So can I let go of some of that stuff because there's another version of it that I don't need to carry it in my gym bag every day to the gym. I just use theirs when I get there and then leave it there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's a change of our lifestyle and things we don't need anymore, right? So we really have to evaluate that as we go through our lives and see what is things we can actually let go that we just don't need anymore.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you guys go over and visit Kathy at her website. And Kathy, thank you so much for your time and attention today. This was so helpful.
Thank you. It's been fun. I really appreciate it.